After completing his BAMS and MS in Shalyatantra from STM College of Ayurveda, Udupi, he did his PhD from Kawasaki University of Medical Welfare, Japan. He's been working with us for last 15 years. Currently, he is the academic dean, post-graduation studies of Munyal Institute of Ayurveda Medical Sciences. He is also heading the department of Shalyatantra. So without much delay, let me welcome him for his presentation on his clinical experience in managing chronic ulcers with the help of Basti. Welcome, Dr. Guruprasad.
Thanks, sir. I think it's my pleasure. Okay. So good afternoon, and this is my first webinar in front of you. Welcome, Dr. Sudarshan and my friends. So today we are going to discuss about Basti. He is a Panchakarma specialist, Dr. Sudarshan and all. But okay, I'm speaking on the concept of ulcer. So sorry, please mute your one. Sorry, this was okay. Just wait. I will mute any. Okay. Yes. So we are going to discuss, because there are many experts from the field of Panchakarma and Kaya Chikitsa. So let us discuss how our Shalya people will understand the Basti and how you people, and what are the differences. Okay. So it is not Vrana Basti, it is a clear Basti, Niruha and Anuvasana Basti. Okay. So what is the scope of Shalyatantra? Don't think that if you are a Shalyatantra specialist means you are going to do all the surgeries. So what is the need of the society? What the society is expecting from you, that we should give. Then only we will consider it as a or success. If society accepts you, then only we will become a successful practitioner. Ultimately, all of us belongs to the Ayurveda family. Okay. That's why if you have studied Shalyatantra, don't expect that you will do all the big surgeries. First of all, we should do our SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? The S for the strength, W for the weakness, O for the opportunity, and T for the what? This one, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So first you assess yourself, what is your strength? And then you know what is your weakness. And then find the opportunity, and then find out the threat. It may be from the, even from the legal aspect. After then you will get the idea what you can do, how you can serve the society. The same thing the Sushruta also says. Shastra sadhyeshu snehadi kriya na pratishidhyate. Snehadi sadhyeshu shastra karmaha na kriyate. So whenever it is a surgical disorders, if you try non-surgical management, there is nothing wrong. No? So in that sense, we have a lot of opportunities where we can show our strength. It is not directly go and cut the limb, or it is not where you go and do the skin grafting. We can prevent all these extra surgeries and all this trouble to the patient. So one of such area, so recently what in appendicitis, see because of the lockdown, what surgeons found that now they can't do the elective surgeries. They found that the appendicitis responds better to the medicine. But to who can try this one? A person who has the confidence, who can treat the appendicitis surgically, he can only try the medicine on the patient of the surgical complications, surgical indicated patients. So that's why, as a Shalya expert, we know when we have to do the surgery, and we know how much we can postpone the surgery. So by this, our strength, we can handle so many conditions which with the medicine, and we can prevent the patient from going to the surgery. That is our strength, and Vrana is one such area where we can show our strength. So in this presentation, I am going to discuss something about the Vrana, because so many are fresh beginners or after so many long time they are hearing for the Vrana. And I think I will discuss something about the Basti in Vrana and some case discussion. Okay. So all of you know, from the Sushruta spirit to the Sebastian or the Balian law, the definition of Vrana has not changed. So Vrana Gatra Vichurnane, Vrana Gatra Vichurnane, or it is a discontinuity in the or disruption in the continuity of the covering epithelium or skin. That is known as the Vrana. So whenever you understand the Vrana, you should know the Samprapti, something, why this Vrana occurs. You know the Vranas are non-specific ulcers and specific ulcers. The non-specific ulcers are those ulcers where diabetic ulcer, venous ulcers, all this comes under this ulcer. Okay. So what Charaka says in this, he explains a beautiful Samprapti. Yatha Swair Hetubihi Dushta Vata Pitta Kafa Nranam Bahir Margam Samashritya. So Dushita Dushta Doshas, they will enter the Bahir Marga. What is Bahir Marga? Shaka Raktadayastwakcha. Bhashya Roga Marga. Shaka Raktadayastwakcha. They will enter the Twak, Rakta and Mamsa Bahir Marga, and then they will produce as the Vrana. You know the Shatkriya Kala. Shatkriya Kala is mainly based on the Shota and how the Vrana develops. Urdhvame Tesham Avadirnana Vranabhavamapannanam. From the Udbhava Sthana they will go, and then they will Sthana Samshaya, and then they will produce a Shopa, and then they will produce the Vrana. That is mainly we are discussing about the Nija Vrana, because management of the Agantu Vrana or Sadhya Vrana is something different. Okay. Then you know this basic, this Samprapti. Then whenever you approach a patient with Vrana, what you should know, this one shloka is enough. If you are master in this shloka, means you are master in the management of Vrana. We may call you as a Vrana Kovida. Okay. The shloka is Shanmula Ashtaparigrahi Pancha Lakshana Lakshitaha Shashtya Vidhanir Niddishtahi Chaturbihi Sadhyate Vrana. Shanmula Ashtaparigrahi Pancha Lakshana Lakshitaha. And what is Shanmula? So as soon as you see the patient, the Shanmula means Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Rakta, Sannipata and Agantuja. As soon as you see the patient, first you assess which dosha is involved. So you can see different types of ulcer. Presentation is different. Approach will differ. So first one you may say it is a Vata dominance ulcer, Shigrapaki and all Pitta dominance ulcer. Third one, it is a case of multiple hidradenitis suppurativa. We treated it, this case, where it is a Kapha dominant condition. So all our approach will differ. So by looking at the ulcer, you examine which dosha is dominant based on this quality. With that basic shloka also you can understand which doshas are involved in this. Okay. Then after knowing the doshas, then you go for Ashtaparigrahi. What is Ashtaparigrahi? Ashtaparigrahi means Pranavastu. Tvak, Mamsa, Sira, Snayu. Asti Sandhi Koshta Marmani iti Vranavastuni. Then you know about the stages of the Vrana. Is it in the Shuddha Vrana, or is it in the stage of Dushta Vrana? The detailed description is available. See in the first photograph you can able to see very small ulcer, but it was not healing for 6 months or more than that. He admitted this for 2-3 times, but it was not healing because he had underwent surgery, but there was no any osteomyelitis changes, but still it was not healing. So even though the Ashtaparigrahi is located in the Tvak and Mamsa layer, but it was not healing. But in the second picture, you can see a major Vrana. It was involved all the muscle, asti, majja and all those things, where it is itself will say it is a Kashta Sadhya. So that is very, very important whenever you take the patient. Okay. Then coming to Pancha Lakshana Lakshitaha. What is Pancha Lakshana? Gandha, Varna, Srava, Vedana and Akriti. Each point is very, very, very important. It is for the prognosis as well as diagnosis and as well as prognosis, and we can expect the outcome. Okay. In the first one, it is also very difficult. We have the Gandha, bad smell, that is a necrotizing fasciitis going deeper into tissues, muscles and all. Then it also came to me, and but it was referred back because it was very complicated case. It was a patient was under toxemia and all. Pancha Lakshana Lakshitaha. If you know the Gandha is negative, Varna is negative, Srava is negative, then it is very difficult. In second picture, you can see very small, this one, discoloration, early changes of the gangrene. Even though it is very small, only little toe is involved, but this condition is very difficult because in this patient is a old age and he have already undergone amputation for other leg. And here again it was started, the gangrenous changes started. So this Gandha, Varna, Sra, Vedana, this patient has severe Vedana. That is also very difficult in such conditions. So again it was treated, he was responded well, but we could not be able to save the toe and all. So this you have to assess the Gandha, Varna, Srava and Vedana and Akriti. It will give some idea and it will give involvement of the dosha over, involvement of the dhatu over, and stage, in which stage, is it Dushta Vrana or Rushyamana Vrana or such stage, or which of the lakshanas are involved. If you have this idea, then you will get some picture how to manage this case. Okay. Then Shashtya Vidane Ruddishtaha. Then come Nirdishtaihi. Then Sushruta says, that is what the strength. 60 upakramas. The Sushruta has explained 60 upakramas. If you don't utilize practically, then it is waste. This is our strength where we have to use this. So whenever the patient comes, so how we approach towards the patient? First of course, we start the local. We have to clean the ulcer. The debridement of the wound is very, very important. That is what the surgery, the Shalya people can do. We cannot wait for the long time to do the parisheka or and all those things to go slough the remove the slough. Where we need a surgical debridement, the mechanical debridement and other chemical debridement may not be that much fast. And then regular dressing is required. So commonly we use Ishwari Mula Kashaya. Commonly 99% of the patients we use Ishwari Mula Kashaya. It is from our PG days we are using the Ishwari Mula Kashaya. That Dr. A.R. Acharya, he suggested this Ishwari Mula Kashaya, and it is giving really wonderful result in many of the diabetic and other ulcer. Every ulcer it will give very wonderful result. Along with that we use the Tripala Kashaya and also other Kashayas. But I recommend Ishwari Mula Kashaya in the initial stages. After debridement you start Ishwari Mula Kashaya. It gives wonderful result. Then after once it what stuff is removed and then we can see the granulation tissue coming, then you can go for the Taila, Grita and all based on the involvement of the dosha. If there is a Vata and Kapha, go for the Jatya Taila. If there is still, if the Pitta dominance and all, you can go for the Eshtimadu, Grita. Then of course the Shamana Ushadis are required. Commonly we use the Shamana Ushadis like Kaishwara Gugulu, Tripala Gugulu, Gandhakarasayana, Punarnava Mandura, Mrityunjaya Rasa, and Asanadhyar Varunadi Kashaya. You can see in all my patients maximum this much prescription. So commonly we will give is the ischemic condition Tripala Gugulu. If there is any inflammation, infection condition, we go for Tripala Gugulu and Gandhakarasayana. If there is edema, the Kledata is more important. The Kledata is more in this ulcer, then we should add the Punarnava Mandura. If in the ulcer, the pedal edema and all, then there is more Srava and all, you add the Punarnavadi Mandura. When the Mrityunjaya Rasa, they usually whenever a patient comes to you, usually they will rejected by the model. They will come with the antibiotics, either usually oral antibiotics. Don't stop oral antibiotics suddenly. What I used to do is continue for 7 days. The 7 days is enough so that we can carry over the our Ayurveda drugs will show its action. Once you suddenly stop the antibiotic, it will end up in the worsening of the condition. In the beginning only, if you suspect that there is more of the infection, then we usually start with Mrityunjaya Rasa. Gandhakarasayana will be there. Again, that over that we will add Mrityunjaya Rasa. Then you will wait. Then we can gradually you can stop the antibiotics. Along with that, Kashaya, Asanadi Kashaya and Varunadi Kashaya. That is your left to you, which are all medicine. Each doctor has his own way. Some medicine will work suitable for each doctor. We cannot say in me Asanadi worked and in other Varunadi may work. But I usually prefer Asanadi Kashaya. Okay. So with that Shamana Ushadi, we will continue. And when the ulcer debridement is over, the chance of infection and inflammation will be reduced, but still ulcer won't heal. That is what we found. We found that granulation tissue is growing, but patient general condition is decreasing, depriving. That is what I thought, oh, there is something wrong. We need to do something for the general management, Bahudosha Avastha. Because we can see good changes in the ulcer, but patient is gradually is worsening. Especially a patient will come with the old age. I can see the good changes in the ulcer, but general condition is worsening. What may be the reason? So that is what I told you, it may be Bahudosha Avastha. That is what the Charaka Samprapti, Bahirmargam Samashritya. There is a dosha visheshan inside all over the body. There we need to expel the doshas from the body. That is what we can try the Shodhana therapy. Urdhvam cha adhashcha Shodhanam. Dushta praneshu kartavyam. Urdhvam cha adhashcha Shodhanam. All in chronic ulcer, we have to do Shodhana. But Vamana, limitation is there. Virechana, we have the limitation. Because already patient is the weak. We can't go for the Virechana as such. The best option and is the Basti. See, we have Ardha Chikitsa as Rakta Mokshana. Already we have discussed some about Jalavakavacharana, and we do all many things. When Rakta Mokshana is indicated, already we have seen inflammation, and in the early stage, that is what Vedanopashamarthaya Pakashamaya cha Achirotpatita. Means early inflammation changes, you go for the Rakta Mokshana. But if there is a chronic condition, Rakta Mokshana may not help that much. Or there is a ischemia. If you know the Doppler effect and where we can, sometimes it will help to improve the collateral circulation. But in all the time, we cannot expect even the Jaloka will give the good result. Instead, it will end up in the complication that I have seen. Many ischemic limbs and even in the varicose ulcer, sometimes the condition will worsen after Jalokavacharana or after Rakta Mokshana. Because why it is so? Yes, we can get the reference. Bahuvata Ruksha Malana Angadrite. Don't apply Jaloka and all those conditions if there is a Rukshata. Bahuvata condition. Already Mlana. Mlana Anga means Chushadangam. That means there is ischemia. You can't expect it will improve. Then what happens if you do? Gambiram, Shwetum, Stambam, Kampam, Snayu, Siramayan, Glanim, Sasankocham, Kuryatu, Vayu, Asrakshaya. He will end up in the complication. Worsen. Gambiram Shwetu. Suddenly he may develop the cellulitis. Even with the Jalavakavacharana. Because already the chronic ulcer, we will come discuss in the next other condition. That's why it has the limitation Ardha Chikitsa. In their early stages of inflammation, your Rakta Mokshana will help. To reduce the pain, Rakta Mokshana will help to some extent. But Achiro water, Pakashamaya, it will help. But in case of there is a Rukshata and the Dhatukshaya, your Rakta Mokshana, sometimes it won't. Then in that sense, we have to go for the Basti Chikitsa. So Rakta Mokshana half, Basti half, so that we can give a complete coverage treatment to the patient. One of the important thing, the Basti is indicated under Shashti Upakrama, but it is not included under Ekadashi Upakrama, who are not in Chalya people. Ekadashi Upakrama is Shopasya Bhavat. In the initial 11 Upakramas, Shota Pratikara. For the inflammatory edema and all, we do the Ekadashi Upakramas, and it's usually for the local management. Next Upakramas from the Shastrakarma and all comes, and then all this Basti and all come. So it is not included under Ekadashi Upakrama. That means it is not indicated in the, may not we can use in the early inflammatory condition. Only in the chronic condition, Basti may help. That is what he says. Sadhya Shuddha Sharirana Prashamam Yanti Vranaha. So in case of management of the Vrana, you should, that's what I told you. In chronic ulcer, we should make the Shodhana of the body. In that sense, Basti is the best treatment. What is the indication? In Chushuta, he says, Vata Dushta Vruno Yastu Rukshashcha Atyartha Vedhanaha Adhakkaye Visheshena Tatra Bastir Visheshate. Very beautiful. Adhakkaye Visheshena Tatra Bastir Visheshate. Just you follow whatever the Sushruta has told. Yeah. Vata Dushta Vruno Yastu. What is Vata Dushta Vrana? The lakshanas of Vata Dushta Vrana. Whenever the patient comes with the Vrana, you see, is it the how much the Vata involvement? Shavarunabham. It is blackish coloration. Rukshata. Severe pain. then usually you will consider as a Vata Dushta. In Vrana means always you should think about the Rakta. That is our speciality. Yeah, that is our speciality. Because Vruneshu Raktasya Pradhanyat. In Vrana, Rakta's involvement is very, very important. We should see the condition of the Rakta. That's why what is the Rakta Vata Shonita? If Rakta is also involved, then what will be the feature? Again, same thing. Almost Shruksha, Tanu, Toda Bahula, Suptata, Rakta Arunabham. Rakta and Arunabham. So this is the Vata and Vata Rakta Dushita Vrana. So if the presentation is like that, then you can go for the Basti. Okay. So you can see Vataja Vrana. It's very dry ulcer. One thing you should see. It looks like kapha, but it is a Vata because it was very dry. There is no any discharge and all. It was over a previous scar. Surrounding is hard and then severe pain was there. The second, pure Vata. Again, you can see the changes. So these are the where because Vata and Rakta, maintaining the moisture is very, very important in the management of the ulcer. That's all this time management, tissue, inflammation, moisture. The moisture management is very, very important to maintain the granulation tissue growth. So here we can see these are dry ulcers. So that is a Vataja and Vata Raktaja Vrana. Okay. Then we can see the Vrana as a complication in many diseases because Bahir Margam Samashritya. Remember that. What Vata Rakta, one of the important condition where patient presents with the ulcer is a Vata Rakta, where patient will have the ulcer. Rakta Margam Nihantyashu Shaka Sandishu Marutaha Nivisha Anyonyamavarya Vedanabir Haredasum. That is what Vata Rakta Samprapti says. That is nothing but the ischemic ulcer. In most of the ulcer, we can see that even be a diabetic condition and all those things, including the varicose ulcers. All these are because of the Rakta Margam Nihantyashu Shaka Sandishu Marutaha. So then what? Usually because of Vata Rakta, if you see the Vata Rakta Prasravi, Ajanusputitam Yacha, such words are available where formation of the Vrana. In the Purva Rupa also you can able to see what Sandishu Ruk Bhutva, Bhutva Nashyati, intermittent claudication, such presentations. So that is Vata Rakta. Usually later as a complication, patient will present with the ulceration. So whenever we say ulcer, that complex pathology or complicated pathology, complex means there are more pathology involvement. One, we have to think about the Vata Rakta disease. That is what he says. In that also, it is not pure Vata and Rakta. The Charaka says we should think about Kupito Marga Samrodhat Medhasova Kafasyava Ativridya Anyalenado Chastam Snehana Brahmanam. So you have now Vata Dushtavrana, Rakta Dushtavrana, and its presentation in other diseases like Vata Rakta. In Vata Rakta, maybe Vata and Rakta. But one more possibility was Charaka is saying is there may be possibility of a Margavarana by the Medas and Kapha leading to the Vata Rakta, obstruction and ulceration. So whenever you think ulcer, Vata, Rakta and involvement of Avarana, Medasova, Kafasyava. Now we have multiple investigatory tools which will tell them about the Avarana also. Then what he says, only Vata you can go for the Sneha Basti. But if you expect the Avarana, then what? Nadau Shastam Snehana Brahmanam. If there's Avarana with Medas and Kafas, then you don't go for the Snehana. This is very, very important key. Some of the keys. Whatever usually Vata, Ruksha, Snehana. But here one key comes. You give that one, but if you don't get the result, why? Medasova Kafasyava Nadau Shastam Snehana Brahmanam. You cannot give the Sneha Basti. It may worsen the condition that we have seen in many of the cases. Okay. In such condition, how we should approach in Avarana? Anabhishandibihi, Snigdaihi, Srotasam, Shuddhikarakaihi. You go plan your treatment to clear the Srotas. It may be Anuvasana, he says, Yapanavastayaha, Maduraha Anuvasanaha, prasameksha baladikyam mruduva sramsanam hitam. Some yapana basti also we can plan. But it is some other vata avarana. But here we cannot give the anuvasana basti. In case of ulcer, if there is an involvement of medas and kaphas, we can't give the anuvasana basti. Okay. So then what? If you see the vatarakta chikissa, if you go to the vatarakta chikissa, what he will get? He will get mainly two modes of management. One is virechana and other one is asakrit basti karmacha. So this is also second key. One we got snehana, you know, but where you cannot go for the snehana. Next comes one is virechana and basti karma. You have other option, virechana and basti karma. When to go for virechana and when to go for basti karma. In the Charaka says that nahi basti samam kinchit vata rakta nivrittaye. So in case of basti what ulcer due to vata and rakta in the lower limbs, you can have, because you know the vata rakta that we'll discuss in next slide. So importance has been given to basti karma. Then what he says, gambire raktamat krantam vatavajjayet. If it's a chronic condition, if there is a rakta involvement, first we have to go for the control the vata. To control the vata, ultimately we have to go for the basti is the best line of management. So these give advantage over the to the basti karma in the management of ulcer. Okay. These are something because of the obstruction, vrana, the vata rakta presented with vrana. See here also in the second slide, presented with vrana. Why? The modern, what they did, there's obstruction, they can't clear the obstruction, they did the amputation. After they advised what, they came for Ayurveda to save the limb. Okay. So then whenever the patient comes with the ulcer, one commonest complication the patient will have, usually he will have the madhumeha. Commonest what we will get is the madhumeha. Madhumeha means what? When you go the reference about the basti, in madhumeha, what he says, anastapya, don't do the basti to the madhumeha. Don't give the anuvasana to the madhumeha. What happens? Vyadhi vriddhihi, utklishya udaram janayet. Yes. So many of the cases with the diabetes can, if you start sometime basti, condition worsens. Why? Kledata. Because of the more of the kleda is present, suddenly your ulcer will going to what? Worsen. What he says in the one more, Sushruta has observed that he says udari cha pramehi cha pushti sulashta manavaha avashyam sthapaniyaste nanuvasya katanchana. He says you don't go for anuvasana, you go for the asthapana. See, one more clue. So vata, snehana, obstruction, marga varoda, you second key, and then the one more key is here. Madhumehi and what other condition, because we get ulcer, it is not simple ulcer. Usually they will have a general condition, like that's what I told, bahudosha avastha and madhumeha. So here what he says, anuvasyaha, na anuvasyaha, sthapaniyaste. That is what Sushruta also says. So now you know there is indication both anuvasana and asthapana when we should give. Okay. See, these are the vrana you can able to see. So on the diabetic foot ulcer with kledata and all. The first one is related to the chronic with severe discharge. Patient also diabetic, venous, and then venous changes, and then there is some prasravi, vrana, and all those things. Okay, there is more kledata. In such condition also you cannot give the sneha basti. It will worsen. It may worsen the condition. Instead, we can give the asthapana basti, and we cannot give even tikshna bastis. That we will discuss which basti I prefer. We cannot give even the tikshna bastis in madhumeha. Sometimes because of the abadha mesas or in the rush of clearing the meda obstruction, you may increase the kledata and it will end up in the complication. Okay. That is one part of the shloka. Vata dushta, bruno yestu, you know vata dushta. You studied about the vata rakta. You studied something ulceration related to the madhumeha and indication for basti. Okay, remaining time is 7 minutes. Okay, we'll continue in the next session. Then rukshashcha. Next is ruksha. So of course, if there is a Ruksha Sharira, go for Sneha Basti. Ruksha Vrana, you can go for Sneha Basti. That is what in Anuvasana he says. Rukshaya Bahuvataya Sneha Bastim Dine Dine. You can go for the Sneha Basti. But again, if it is an obstruction, if you suspect Medas and Kaphas, then you cannot go for the what Sneha Basti. That is what we should go for the Vyayama Shodhana Rishta Mutrapanir Virechanahi. That was in that we can take some of the Tishna drugs, Lekhana drugs in such Marga Varoda and such conditions. Okay. Then Atyartha Vedanaha Vata Dushta Runo Yestu and presentation is Rukshata. Then Atyartha Vedanaha. There is severe pain. The patient is having the severe pain. That is what in Vatarakta Vedana Bir Haredasun, that we can see in the patients of ischemia and all, how they cry at night and all. It is a big headache to control the pain. That is Vedana Bir Haredasun. So Pitte Adike Kafakshine Rukshe Vatarugardite Anuvasanam. Again, the severe pain, we can go for the Anuvasana. Even in Sadhyavrana and all, he says, Sneha Bastir Vidiyate. In severe pain, what? You can go for the Anuvasana. Tivrayam Bruji, Anuvasana. Even in surgery, post-operative, this one, pain management. We have tried, in SDM college, we tried Anuvasana Basti and Sneha Basti and all. But again, if the pathology is complicated, Samprapti and the Avarana and all, or Medas Avarana, Kapha involvement, Kleda involvement more, then we cannot go for the Anuvasana. We have to add Astapana. Okay. Then Adhakkaya Visheshena, mostly in the Adhakkaya. Why in Adhakkaya? We can find the reference in Prameha. Rasayanina Daurbalya. Because of the weakness in the Rasayanis, most of them ulcer will occur in the lower limbs. You go to the Vatarakta Samprapti, again says the same thing. Sokshmya Sarvasaratvacha Pavanasya Asridestata Sirayanahi Parvasu Abhihatam Shubdam Vakratva Adavatishtat. Again in the peripheral vascular disease, arterial disease. So Vatarakta. Then if you go through the management in Sushruta, he says Padagatam Vataraktam Adhogatena Doshena Bhavati. Padagatam Vataraktam Adhogatena Doshena Bhavati. Padagate Vatanubhande Astapanam Purvakam Anuvasanam. So in case of Padagata Vatarakta, or we should go for the Astapana and Anuvasana. So management of the arterial, venous or lymphatic condition where Rasayaninam Dorbalyas will have the dosha vitiation in the lower limbs, resulting in the this one. If you see the Basti, Karmakata of Basti, what is this? Apadatala Murdastan. See, from the Pada he absorbs. See how these are all correlated. Once you start reading, we can find every relation. If you go through the Basti, he also says the same thing. If you go to the Pada Vatarakta, he says you go Basti. If you go to the Basti, he will take Basti will remove the doshas from Apadatala. From the Pada it will absorb. How? Viryena Bastiradatte doshan Apadatala Mastakan. So Basti, what I think is please.
Hotspot
Please.
Mute. Mobile hotspot.
Pardon. Okay. So then see, these are all the patients which we had, where obstruction in the lower limb, and then neuropathy or atherosclerosis with the Padagata, mainly in the because of the atherosclerosis of the a type of Rasayaninam Dorbalyat na Urdhamuddishtante dosha, they will adapt to that and produce of the disease. Or venous ulcer also Padagata na Urdhamuddishtante dosha. Similarly, lymphatics, the edema will develop. That is also because of the na Urdhamuddishtante dosha. Adakkaye Pradurbhavanti. So Vata Dushta Runo Yastu Rukshascha Atyartha Vedanaha Adakkaye Visheshashcha Tatravastir Vidiyati. Now you know the different pathologies which will resulting in the ulcer. And you know wherever the Sneha Basti is involved and whatever the Astapana Basti is involved. Then sometimes patient may come with the complication. So before you advise, you should see whether patient is having any of the complication. Upadravashta vida vranasya vranita upadrava. Gandhadaya Pancha Vranasya Upadrava, that we can manage by the local management. General complications are very, very important. If the patient is having jwara, don't give. Atisara, don't give. Murcha, hikka, chardi, arochaka. Sometimes you should very keen observation. As soon as you start the basti, patient will end up this complication. Patient suddenly develop atisara. It is not 1 or 2 days also, it is very, very difficult because usually patient will be a old age. 1 or 2 day atisara will resulting in the electrolyte imbalance. Already patient will have the electrolyte imbalance. The condition will worsen. That's why very keen observation is important whenever you start the basti. Any complication you will see, atisara, or sometimes suddenly distension of the abdomen, suddenly loss of appetite, stop basti. Because patient is Agnimandya, udaram janayet, whatever he told in the Madhumeha. If you give the basti, he will develop the udara and all. That is also very, chances are there because we will have the complicated diabetic patients who also have the neuropathy. The reduced peristalsis is one more complication where it is difficult. Udaram janayati. Then Shwasa Kasa, because of this one electrolyte imbalance and all, patient will develop the Kasa Kasa. These are very, very important signs we should observe throughout our managing the ulcer patients. Okay, such are the complications. Ajanas Puditam Mecha, like all. So this is Mam Sakota Kshayadibi, like that, all this presentation we had, this we should rule. Don't treat that patients. Okay. So next we will continue in the next session about some of the basti, what basti and some of the clinical experience. Okay. That we will continue in the next session. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, 50, okay, plus 51, okay, we'll start. So, Tatra Bastir, okay. Tatra Bastir Vishishyate. So, we have studied what is Vata Dushta Pranoyastu, where Snehana can be given, where Snehana cannot be given, Ruksha, where Snehana can be given, Athyartha Vedana, where we can give for the Snehana, and some special conditions of the ulcer where Vatarakta or Madhumeha is a complicated conditions. There what we have to do. And then Adhakkaya Visheshena and Adhakkaya Vainadhakkaya. And again in the basti is indicated. So you know that now an idea and about the conditions and where we can go for the basti. So bastiratra niruhaha saihikascha. Bastiratra niruhaha saihikascha. You know, niruha basti and sneha basti. Usually what we can give the, because vata dominance conditions, can go for the anuvasana. This one, bala taila. You can use the different tailas in this. If the pain is dominant and all, we usually go for the bala taila, some and shira bala taila or dhanvantara taila. That usually, if there is a more pain dominance condition, we will start with this. Vatarakta dominance condition, we usually prefer for the bala guduchadi taila. And sometimes pitta dushta dominant, sometimes inflammation comes and goes, and like this condition, so we usually add sometimes madhu yashti taila. That based, you have a list of tailas, that is what which taila a doctor prefers based on his because your assessment and that will match. What I find Ruksha, you may not find Ruksha. That is what one of the, this one. But some, that is how your prescription will work. If my idea and your idea Rukshata assessment is same, then my prescription, if you give also, it will work. If my prescription as Rukshata and is different, if you give my prescription, it may not work. That is what Ayurveda is subjective. So that's why you assess. That's what I used to say. You should assess. You use some beginning with few tailas. You start your experiment, then see how the response comes. Then you will attain the experience in that. Okay. Then these tailas we can start. So initially, what we will give the Anuvasana Basti in the beginning, 1 or 2. That is 1 or 2. If you give it, won't increase the Kledata and all, because Anuvasana, I think Panchakarma experts are there. 1 or 2, it will only act on the Pakvasha, it will clear the Mala and all. It will improve the what decreases Vata in Pakvasha and all. That it may not, it won't have that much Rasa, Rakta, Mamsagata. You need to give more and more Anuvasana. That is what I think Anuvasana Basti references. Okay. Then after that, we have the Manjishtadi Basti. That is what my practice. You may have a lot of other Bastis, but I use only Manjishtadi Basti. So Manjishtadi Kashaya Basti, Manjishtadi Kshara Basti, or sometimes I will add Manjishtadi Kshira Basti. These 3 variations. I don't use many other Bastis. If there is a Vata dominance, okay, some Vatahara Bastis I will use. But commonly in case of ulcer, I tried only one Basti, that is Manjishtadi Basti. If there is obstruction and all, then what I will start with Kshara Basti. Kshara Basti means you give add Gomutra to it. If you add Gomutra, then it becomes the Kshara Basti. Sometimes the unavailability of the Gomutra, we prefer Gomutra, but usually we prefer Gomutra is preferred. If there is obstruction, Kapha Varana and all, you can go for the Manjishtadi Kshara Basti. That is what we should be very careful whenever we give the Manjishtadi Kshara Basti, especially in Madhumeha condition, especially if there is what Kledata and some edema in the lower limb. Because I don't know, my thinking is because of the Kshara, already Medas is like Abhadda Medas in case of Madhumeha and all. Instead, doing the lekana in your vessels, srotoshodhana, along with that, it will make the other medas also to liquefy, resulting in increase in the kledata in the sharira. That is what I have observed in some of the patients. So that's why in such condition, if you observe that suddenly patient is developing a pedal edema, ulcer with the pedal edema, you stop Kshara Basti. If patient is improving, you continue the Kshara Basti. If there's obstruction, Meda involvement, because of the Kshara, if you are seeing that there is some Kledata is increasing, then I don't prefer Kshara Basti. At that time, if I observe the Kledata, I will usually tell that you stop Gomutra, you give only Kashaya Basti. Only I used to continue the Kashaya Basti. So this is very, very important. Adding Gomutra and not adding the Gomutra, that is what very, very important in management of the foot ulcers. Okay, and paste Estimadu or Puto Yavani Kalka also sometimes I use in case of Basti, and sometimes we use usually I prefer Estimadu. For Thaila, if it is a Vata Rakta dominance disorder, then Bala Guduchadi Thaila. Usually for the Makshikam, Lavanam, Thailam, Kalkam, Kwatamitikramat, what is the Thaila? We usually use Bala Guduchadi Thaila. Okay, with this combination, we used to give the Basti. Only important observation what is I want to advise is that whether to add Gomutra and not to add the Gomutra. That is important. If the what Kledata or Abhadda Medas is increasing, if you observe in the increase in the Kledata or edema and all, better you stop the Kshara Basti. Or you can wait. You can wait for 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 Basti also. Otherwise, you stop. If you give just Kashaya Basti, and then it won't be any complication. You can go on the form of Yoga Basti or Kala Basti. Usually Karma Basti I have not tried. Usually Yoga Basti or Kala Basti. Either you may give alternate, one day Anuvasana, one day Astava, this one Niruha, like that. Or sometimes if the patient is fit, patient condition is fit, then usually in the morning and evening also, sometimes very rarely we give. Because if you give 2 Bastis in a day, usually we will develop the complication. So that's why I usually prefer 1 Basti per day, but sometimes we have to adjust to the patient's, he will buy the timing and all. So I prefer if the Bala is good and all, then usually we prefer the 2 Bastis. But again, observation is important. If the patient develops any of the complication, you should be very we should observe all these changes in the patient. Okay. Then when to go for the Virechana? See, there is one, sometimes you can go for the Virechana and Basti. There is two options we have. The Virechana, usually I will give in the patient who are having the what Virechana is also indicated in Dirgha Kala Anubandhishu. Vata Pitta Pradusheshu, Dirgha Kala Anubandhishu, Virechanam Prashamsanti, Praneshu Parnakovidaha. In chronic condition, we give even the Virechana, but not classical Virechana. I usually prefer Nitya Virechana. Any of the Virechana drugs we will give. Avipattikara or any drugs some we will give, or even Arogyavardhini. Sometimes we add Arogyavardhini and Kaishwaragubul. Together it will also produce some good Virechana effect. Dirgha Kalanu Bandishu. In chronic ulcer, along with there is a Kledata is more. If you want to remove the Kledata, we may shift to the Virechana. Or if the patient is having a skin, Kushta Javrana, because of the skin disorder, Kushta again, Basti is contraindicated. Vrinana Madikam Shulam Shigrotpattischarastitihi. What is stated in the Kushta is one of the Lakshana where patient will come with the ulceration. Usually that Kushta ulcers will heal by giving the or general management. Locally only the wound management is enough. If you follow the Kushta management, again the Basti is contraindicated. Again in case of lepromatous ulcer, sometimes we gave the lepromatous ulcer. That also we don't go for the Basti. Either we prefer the Virechana in case of the lepromatous ulcer. Or if Kledata is more in the varicose ulcer, lipidermatosclerosis with the oozing, then usually suddenly we don't go for the Basti. Instead we go for the Virechana. That is my approach. Okay. Or if there is a Malavrata, patient and the constipation and all, suddenly we sometimes we give the Virechana because Malavrata, Basti complication. If there is a Annavrata or Malavrata, like Ama is there, better you don't go for the Basti. If constipation, such complications are there, better we don't go for Basti. In such condition, we usually prefer the Virechana. Okay. Dosha, Bahudosha, we should remove the doshas. Okay. So then these are the some important clue whenever we keys whenever we handle a patients of ulcer. So when to give the Astapana, when to give the Anuvasana, and when the Virechana. Okay. This is the basic. Along with we have to, of course, we have to maintain the local management as well as Shamana Aushadhis. So I will show you some of the successful management which I have carried out. Say this patient came with the SLE overlap vasculitis with a lot of gangrenous changes. So we gave again Manjishtadi, Charabasti. Along with that, as it is Vata Rakta Samprapti, we added one Guduchi Rasayana. And he was here for 15 days. He was admitted and all those things. Along with local Manjishtadi, Charabasti, and orally we Guduchi Rasayana. And after the treatment, see, this is what we got the result. She was very happy. Without major surgery, only I removed one of this one phalanx. Then remaining things it responded very well, and she was under this one follow-up for more than 2 years. So this is what after treatment we got, where Manjishtadi Charabasti. That is what the key. Key and the success in the treatment, if you say it is a Manjishtadi Charabasti, plus internally it is the Guduchi. It worked very well. Okay. This one, it is a necrotizing fasciitis. Patient had this ulcer for so many months, 3-4 months. Whenever he visits modern, they used to cut the area. They are making the wound bigger and bigger. So both the sides, he had on medial side as a lateral total area, he had the ulcer, and his creatinine was more than 8 when he came here. I was very reluctant to take this case, complication. And total this area was very Kledata was there. Total that area was very soft, and this one. So, and he had also electrolyte imbalance, one of the necrotizing fasciitis, sodium imbalance and all. But we handled after debridement, proper debridement. That is what local management is important, along with the general management. So proper debridement, after debridement, you see the ulcer, repeated debridement and all. Then after complete heal, see if you go for the modern, what they will say, you go for the skin grafting. Otherwise it won't heal because wound contraction, skin contraction is, so it will take long time and it won't happen because it's the area is poor, you go for the skin grafting. But here it healed completely, and patient you can see in Udupi. Very happy now. And other side also. See, totally it was exposed, proper debridement, and after This one, it is completely healed. Okay. So this is what, again, we give, not in the initial stages when it was a active inflammation, we didn't give the basti, but later I started the basti and it is again, it healed very nicely and patient was very happy. Okay. One more case, this is what, he came with amputation. They advised angiogram and then to decide the level of amputation because they know it won't heal. They advise for the either below knee amputation or they go for the angiogram and all. But patient was fed up with this much procedure only. Then he came to me. See, this really, I was also surprised how it will heal. So this much one amputation, fresh ulcer, he came and with the history of ischemia and all. But okay, we started the treatment. He came with severe pneumonia and all those things. Yeah, pneumonia, a lot of complication. I advised the patient, he may die. But I was lucky. So then we give control this infection with all our Ayurvedic medicine. He was continued the antibiotics for 10 days. Then we stopped the antibiotics. Then we continued the Ayurvedic medicine. See how beautifully it healed. I never expected that it will heal like this. Now he is in Bangalore. He is doing morning walking. Sometimes, occasionally, any complication occurs, a small ulceration, and he used to WhatsApp me the images, and I used to prescribe. So this is old age, but still be able to save the limb. That is what Ayurveda, beauty of Ayurveda. Okay, I can't say is always possible, but okay, if you, try, it will be happy. Yeah. This patient came again, the third diabetic food with this one. Again, the Manjushtadik Sharabas is the key along with the Shamana Aushadhi and local management. See, came with maggots. Visited many Udupi hospitals in Udupi. They are all neglected patient because patient part is also not that much caring. He had edema. See, again, he had edema. During the edema and all, I used to give only Manjishtadibasti. Then sometimes, occasionally, you add Chara. Then local debridement. You can able to see the bone and all. It was very deep. I was also not thought that it will heal so fast. See, this is what happened after complete treatment. Now again, patient is going to his job. Okay. This is one more patient. Chronic venous ulceration, stagnation and all with oozing. See, after healing. See, here again, after once the acute attack was over, in the acute condition when there is a cellulitis was active, we used to do the Jalavkavacharana, and then we started the Manjishtadi Ksharabasti, Manjishtadibasti and Ksharabasti. Then it was healed because he had a little bit DVT also in this condition. So DVT is resulting in a complicated condition. We can go for the Ksharabasti. Okay. Along with the whatever the medicine I have told, Shamana Aushadhis and local management. One more ulcer. See, it may look very simple, but it is very difficult to treat because over a old scar, this ulcer occurred. It was there for 6 to 7 months. See, this is how it healed completely. So he was there with this so many years. Now he is very happy. He is in Udupi. So this is what I showed you, the one ulcer, very small ulcer. For this small ulcer, he admitted in KMC for 2 to 3 times. He had undergone some surgery, but this was small wound, it was not healing. And I probed that it was not going deep. He had the X-rays and all, which confirmed that there is no osteomyelitis, but it was not healing. Always it used to open. Again, local management and the Ksharabasti. So after treatment, it was completely healed. Now still he is coming. So I used to say, you saved my 50,000 rupees. So otherwise for this small ulcer, every 1 year or once in a year, he used to admit. So this is what complete recovery. See, even though it is small ulcer, but it is a Dushtavrana. So this is only Shamana Aushadhi, the recent this one, where he had both he had ulcer, the dorsal aspect and as well as ventral aspect, it healed completely. See, it was deep ulcer, it is not a small ulcer. It is very difficult to heal. Now, since 2 months, he is very happy. So, some lockdown effect also added to this for complete recovery. But it completely healed and is very, very happy. Okay. There are so many such cases. I have not included venous ulceration and all, which is usually everybody will treat. But these are very challenging cases where we will find, even Shalya people will find it's very difficult. Okay. So, this is what the stages, we can see the changes from the Dushtavastha, it will become the Shuddha Vrana, then it will become the Ruhyamana Vrana, then it is Ruda Vrana. So this is what one more case we treated, complete recovery. Here just Samanaushadhi, again it is just Samanaushadhi because patient was very young, and this one local management and Samanaushadhi is completely recovered and got the success. Okay, this is about what Chaturbhihi Sadhyate Pranaha. We have studied, so we have seen Shanmula Ashtaparigrahi Panchalakshana Lakshitaha Shashtya Vidane Ruddhishtaihi. Out of 60 upakrama, we discussed only one upakrama today. But in the right way, if you utilize this, then we can treat the very complicated ulcer. Chaturbhihi Sadhyate Pranaha. That is important. Not only the treatment, the patient cooperation is also important. His paricharakas, very important. If they don't take care of the patient will undergo the depression and you can't manage. And that is why Chaturbhihi Sadhyate Vranaha, condition of the patient, and along with the local management, what we found is general management is important. Otherwise, if you don't have treat general management, all these cases will end up in the complication. Only management, local management is 100% not enough. Mainly you assess, we have to assess under the Kledata and Rukshasa and involvement of the Vata, Rakta and Avarana pathology, and select proper Anumasana. Then under Manjishtadi Basti, either you add Chara, Kshira and Kashaya. And with that combination we can add. That's what in Vata Rakta Chikitsa and both Charaka Sushruta says. You should be Uha Poha Vikalpa. That is very important. Each observation. Then think the pathology. Uha Poha Vikalpa. Finally, what we can able to give the good result, if you save the limb, that we can say in the patient face, how he feels happy. And we also feel happy if we can able to save the limb. There are 2-3 patients are there who are happy that we are able to prevent the amputation. And so by this, I think you got some idea where to use the Snehana and Svedana and this one. Any queries, please?
Sir, one case is of avian. We are having one case. The age of the boy is 28 years and he is not diabetic.
See.
And I am giving him all the things doing. There is no oozing also. They told him for amputation. So what can we do in this case?
1 minute. Avian of what?
Avian of lower limb.
Lower limb in the sense, avian you are talking about this one, vascular necrosis.
Yes, sir.
Where, in femur head you are talking or in scaphoid?
No, sir. In the lower limb, it is there, sir. In the femur head.
A vascular necrosis of the
femur
head.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A vascular necrosis of the femur head you are talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then his presentation ulcer, whether he had a presentation of ulcer?
No, sir. He is not having. He is only having the dark skin is over there, and he is having edema also. In the lower ankle joint, he is having edema.
Edema, yeah.
And there is Rukshta is also there.
Yeah.
Plus blackness of the skin is there, but no oozing is there. And he is having severe itching over there.
See, whatever you are telling presentation, it is not of the avascular necrosis of the femur. Maybe associated with something else. Avascular necrosis of the femur, usually he will present with the limping gait.
He is having limping gait, sir.
Yeah. Maybe as a complication, something he might have developed some ulceration.
Okay.
This, ulceration and avascular necrosis are different. Avascular necrosis, avascular necrosis is the femur head.
Yes.
What is age of the patient? Age of the patient is? Okay. See, avascular necrosis, initially patient will have the pain, limping gait. With the Ayurvedic management, we can control the pain, but we can't able to give much result in the limping gait. That is what my experience. If the contour of your femur head, if the femur head, if the is a disturbance, if the femur head is not what is this one.
30.
You just if the femur head, its structure is not altered, then better you can go for the what you can try, but it will alter. If the femur head has not altered in its contour, then we can try some Ayurvedic medicine. But success is again question mark, because I had 2 patients where I referred them to surgery, and now they are very happy. They are walking without any limping, and that's why if they don't want surgery, then only we can try Gugul Tikta Gagrata and such Basti and all, Sagrata Tikta Shira Basti and all, what indicated in the Astigata Vayu and all, such a approach we can do. But as per mine, this one advice, I usually don't advise much to go for the Ayurveda. Better to go for the surgery, because their whole life they have to go limping guide. So that is what my advice. Yes. So because that is some other pathology, avascular necrosis and all those things.
Sir, in deep vein thrombosis,
Yeah.
We want you to put some more light on deep vein thrombosis related ulcers.
Yeah, deep vein thrombosis, of course, if the patient is on warfarin or any drugs, okay, let them continue that one. Give the rest. That is important. Don't make them to mobilize, walk and all those things. Give the rest. Then local management and general management. Local management, of course, we can give the Jalokavacharana gives wonderful result. We have a deep this one. Many we have 2-3 patients we treated with the deep vein thrombosis, with severe deep vein thrombosis. Jalokavacharana gives wonderful result. And then Alepa, you can go for the Alepa. Don't go for massage and all in such condition. Then you add the Manjishtadi Charabasti. Manjishtadi Charabasti. Within 15 days, we can see much improvement. The patient will develop the collaterals, and you repeat the Doppler. You repeat the Doppler and you will find the improvement. Okay. That is what the key. One is the Manjishtadi Charabasti, Jalokavacharana, Lepa, either Dashanga Lepa or Marmani Lepa. That is also good, works good. And then oral medicine. Of course, you give the oral medicines. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. So, I think most time over. No? So, I think if there is no doubt, we will conclude the session. Thank you for participating in these 3 sessions. So we had 3 sessions. In all 3 sessions, you are this one present. So thank you, all of you. If any queries, you can contact me, or you can contact Munyal Ayurveda College for any of the. Okay. Thank you. Over to Dr. Satyan, sir.
Namaste. Thank you very much, Dr. Gururaj, for your wonderful presentation. I hope for last session, probably all the participants could not log in. Mostly they thought that it's only 2 sessions. So 3rd session was very important because you shared clinical experience with them. Thank you everyone for joining us for webinar 2. Next week we will be having webinar 3. Hopefully I will be coming before you along with Dr. Ravi Prasad Hegde. Till then, have very nice time ahead. All the best. I need your support in further webinar series also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we will end our meeting here. Thank you. End meeting.